Hey, we're into it now. Welcome to the Bowl Preview Series. I'm your host, Scott Steehn, lead handicapper at winnersandwhiners.com, joined by...
RSL senior handicapper over winnersandwhiners.com.
And we're doing it, Scotty. We're breaking down every single bowl game this season. We'll be recording every Wednesday and dropping the next week's worth. So that's kind of the way it has to work for our schedules. So as always, there's going to be changes. Obviously we're going to be more accurate on the closer games. The further out, you're going to have to watch and changes, opts out, injuries, things like that. So Scott, on deck for this one is the LendingTree Bowl. Woohoo! Hey, remember a couple of videos when you were a couple of videos ago when you were bitching about two teams that were 6-6?
No.
Okay, good times.
I mean, we had a 6-6 game, but I said that there were worse games. We were complaining more about the opt-out games.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But here's a if you don't like 6-6 teams, can I interest you in the 5-7 Rice Owls? Man, the pride of Houston, Texas down there, Scott. They have wins this season. Hang on to your hat for this rogues gallery. McNeese State, La Tech, UTEP, UAB, and Louisiana.
UAB, though, they snuck in there and beat UAB.
Do you know what all those teams have in common, Scott?
They were all at home. They're not very good.
They don't have a winning record.
Oh, okay.
Of course, either does Southern Miss, so they just fit right in.
I didn't know where you're going with that, but that is true. I'm not used to UAB being 6-6.
Yeah, and this is a Rice team with some problems, Scott. Obviously, it's Rice, so you know there's going to be problems. But they've got some questions at the quarterback position. So TJ McMahon looks like he's not going to go. It's going to be the freshman Paget by all accounts. Not a lot of opt-outs in this game, Scott.
They're trying to improve any draft stock that they have.
I've decided to opt out and declare for the chess tour. As far as the numbers go on this one, Rice is going to be a dog of 6 points, and 45.5 is your total here.
A couple of 6.5s, but for the most part, it has stayed steadily at 6.
Yeah, 6.5, depending on which side you like there.
A lot of money on the under, though. Went from 48 to around 45.5, 46.
Yeah. Now, I can see that because this is a Southern Miss team that just really looked disinterested at the end of the season. They lost 4 of their last 5. They were able to become bowl eligible by whooping up on Monroe. Scott beat Louisiana Monroe.
They lost 3 of 4. They didn't lose 4 or 5, but they still didn't end the year well.
Sorry, 3 or 4. You're right. I think Rice is a team that's excited to be here, man.
Well, they shouldn't be. They have 5 wins, so they should be excited to be here because most years they wouldn't be here.
I just don't think there's 6.5 points of difference between these two teams right now.
Even with a brand new quarterback.
I do worry about Paget playing. All right, that's kind of the kicker for me. But I'm still going to take the points. I'm going to take Rice plus 6.5.
I think I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
I don't feel great about it. I do like the under in this game, just for the record. Now, McMahon, you're looking at his numbers here. Yes, he was the starter, completed over 60% of his passes. He was sacked 25 times. He threw 14 picks. So it wasn't like he was good. Let's just get that out of the way. It's not like he was an insanely talented quarterback. Did have 3 rushing touchdowns, though. Looking at Pageant, he is not much of a runner at all. So that could be a bit of a wrinkle there that they can't exactly use because McMahon might have been more mobile. But you said before, Rice, they didn't beat any teams with winning records, and they lost each of their last 3 games to finish the year, lost 4 of 5. They lost to Charlotte by 33 points, which is borderline impossible. That Charlotte team is awful. They lost to Western Kentucky. They lost to UTSA in blowout fashion. Excusable. Those are 2 pretty good teams. Lost to North Texas, also good team. So Rice lost to the 3 top teams in the conference pretty handily. North Texas was close, but the issue is, once again, brand new quarterback, and your team isn't very good. And unlike most of these other teams, Southern Miss has a grand total of 0 opt-outs, and they're going to be fully healthy. So I am going to lean Southern Miss. I've watched them on occasion. Defensively, this team is really good, especially getting after the passer. They're really good at rushing. They're really good at intercepting. I do think they can force a lot of turnovers in this game. I think it's going to be a rock fight. I love the under in this game.
Yeah.
And I do think 45.5 is actually way too high because I don't trust either offense in this game. But I think Southern Miss's defense against a brand new quarterback, it's fresh meat. And I think Southern Miss is going to feast. I think they'll win this game comfortably, but I see a similar score to that Monroe game. I see like a 20-10 type final. I think it's an ugly game, less than a 5% chance I watch it, but I like the under and I'll lean to the Golden Eagles.
All right. All right, very solid. I'm just taking the underdog spin there.
I like the underdog spin, but I also acknowledge that Southern Miss is going to have everybody. They're going to have their full roster, and I think they're the better team.
All right, fair enough. All right,
and you have Gore. You have Gore back there who can make some plays.
Frank Gore Jr., baby. That's right. That's right. All right, that's our breakdown of the LendingTree Bowl. We're going to be right back. Well, not right back, but we're going to be doing our next video on the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Ooh, boy.
Nothing I love more in Vegas than distribution.
I got to get some distribution while you're out in Vegas. All right, we'll be back to talk about this one on the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And just to close it out, Scott likes the under in the LendingTree Bowl. I'm going to take a little underdog spin with the Rice Owls.
I'm assuming you agree with the under, though.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's my play. That's my play on the total as well. So, all right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.